Hello and welcome to Enjoy English School.
欢迎来到 Enjoy 英语学院。
I'm Stevie.
And I'm Laurie.
Today we are looking at our World in Pictures lesson. And, we're talking about something that I love, the Mid-Autumn Festival. And we're talking about that because we're talking about barbecuing under the moon.
That's
Barbecuing in the moonlight. Having a barbecue, Mid-Autumn Festival. What a lovely day.
而且这个几乎已经变成我们的全民传统了哦。
Yeah.
所以呢，今天的图解世界来到了这个单元啊，我们要来看到的文章标题的话呢是中秋月圆人团圆，中秋烤肉赏月去。所以呢，很显然会讲到的应该就是各位同学们也都很熟悉的事情啊。我们赶快一起来看看 Peggy 跟 Alan 两个人会聊到什么跟中秋烤肉有关的东西。
Let's have a barbecue. Let's have a barbecue.
Barbecuing under the moon. Alan has invited Peggy, a foreign student, to his home for the Mid-Autumn Festival.
Look, the moon is so bright and full this evening.
Yeah, it's perfect for having a barbecue.
Thank you for inviting me to join your family for the Mid-Autumn Festival.
I'm glad you could come. We always buy tons of food and could use some help eating it all.
Everything looks really delicious. Any suggestions?
The grilled corn my dad makes is tasty. I'm also fond of these pork sausages.
What kind of meat do you usually have for the Moon Festival?
We eat pork belly and beef ribs almost every year. This year, we also have seafood and chicken.
I love seafood, especially squid and clams.
I'm pretty sure my mom has some prepared.
What is that brown square on the grill?
Oh, that's dry tofu. My sister is a big fan of it.
It looks interesting. What will we have for dessert?
In Taiwan, we traditionally have pomelos after dinner, and kids wear the pomelo peels as hats for fun. Then we share mooncakes as we admire the moon.
Wow, that's a lot. I've never tried mooncakes before. I'm so looking forward to them.
It is a lot. I hope you're starving.
I could eat a horse.
Okay, now today we have a dialogue, and we have Peggy and Alan. Now, Alan has invited Peggy, a foreign student, to his home for the Mid-Autumn Festival. So Alan, we're going to say Alan is Taiwanese, since we're celebrating Mid-Autumn Festival.
对。
Peggy is the foreign student. Alan invited her to his home.
所以呢，我们来看到一开始这个对话，它的场景的设定呢，就是 Alan 他呢邀请了这个 Peggy 这里的 invite 这个动词就是邀请，他邀请了 Peggy， 怎么样的 Peggy 呢？逗号后面告诉我们，就是一名外籍的学生，然后再一个逗号，干嘛呢 ？To his home， 到他家来，干嘛 ？For 后面告诉我们，来一起过中秋节。
Okay, so here we go. Peggy is at Alan's house. And she just got there and she's just feeling nice. She's there for dinner and we're going to say, 我们要让这个故事比较有趣, right?
Okay.
So we're going to say Alan, he's really handsome, you know, her handsome classmate. And Peggy, come over for a barbecue. So she's like, okay, that sounds wonderful. Okay. Now, the story is going to be more interesting, see?
Yeah,
So
I guess.
Peggy says, Alan, look. Wow. The moon is so bright and full this evening. So this is pretty easy. Mid-Autumn Festival, there is another way that we say this, that we call it the Full Moon Festival in English. And when the moon is like a big circle, we call that a full moon. So the moon is full and it's bright.
对， 所以呢，一开始呢，这个在 Stevie 老师所设计的男主角很帅的情况下，那 Peggy 对这个很帅的 Alan 说：“你看哦。”然后呢，他说这个月亮啊是那么样的这个 bright， 就是亮，而且呢 full 又那么的圆哦，所以今晚嘛，所以是今晚的月亮真是又亮又圆呐。
And Alan, he's just like your normal guy, right?
对。
Yeah. Cool. It's perfect for having a barbecue. So, yeah, the moon's full and bright. Wow, ooh, but it's perfect for food. Okay? It's perfect for having a barbecue.
对，所以其实这有一点就是没有去接那个 Peggy 的那个开的头了哦，所以呢 ，Alan 他直接说，对呀，哎，他这个正是完美的什么呢？这个来举办烤肉的这个时机哦，所以呢 ，it's perfect 就是这样子的夜晚，这样子的月亮呢，是对什么东西很完美，叫 perfect for。那 for 后面就告诉我们，就对什么很完美呢？对我们来举办一场，我们来烤个肉这件事呢来说，今晚这样子的夜色是很完美的。
Yeah. Now, 也有可能是我自己的 angle, 自己的角度, okay? It just makes the story fun.
Yeah.
So
Why
now,
not?
Yeah, why not? So now Peggy says, "Thank you for inviting me to join your family for the Mid-Autumn Festival." So this is just very polite,
对，
right? Thank you for inviting me to invite somebody to a place. Thank you for inviting me to your home for a barbecue dinner during the full moon festival.
对，所以呢，这里 Peggy 呢，她很有礼貌，就跟他说：“谢谢你啊，谢谢你为了一个什么事情，所以 Thank you for。那什么事情呢 ？for 后面，所以这里 invite 你要用 ing 啊，邀请我。那邀请我后面有一个 to 要接上去，来干嘛哦？所以邀请我 to join 来加入你的这个家人啊，然后一起 for 这里的 for 就一起来过这个中秋节。所以谢谢你，很有礼貌。
Yeah. So now Alan says, I'm glad you could come. I'm happy you could come to our house.
所以呢，这个 Alan 呢，他就是也这个讲说，我也很高兴你能来呀，哦，所以呢，表示说他其实跟他的关系两个是还不错的，这样的感觉。
We always buy tons of food and could use some help eating it all. So when we say tons of food, that's something we say in English to mean we have a lot. We always buy lots of food. So ton is a weight.
一吨
Yes, 2,000 pounds.
哦，2000磅。
2000 磅. That's 1 ton. Now, did we really buy 2,000 pounds of food?
No.
No. But when we say, we had a ton of food for dinner, it just means we ate a lot. So we always buy lots of food, tons of food, and, well, we could use help eating it all. We kind of need your help eating it.
所以呢，他接着呢 ，Alan 就讲说，我们呐、总是买呢一大堆的食物哦，所以这里就刚刚讲的，这是一种夸饰法，不是真的说你买几吨的食物，也没有人去量啦哦。他指的其实就是一种夸大法，就是我们总是买很多的食物，而呢，我们也能够用得上一些人的帮助，来干嘛呢 ？Eating it all， 把它给全部吃光光哦。所以呢，这个其实这个用得上一些人的帮助，这个是有一点直译的感觉啦。那其实呢的意思，如果用翻成比较顺的中文，就是我们也可以需要有些人来帮忙我们把它吃光。
Yeah. Now, Peggy says everything looks really delicious. It all looks good.
所以呢，这里 Peggy 呢是一个很有礼貌的客人，所以他来这个赞美食物。他说每样东西看起来都都真的很美味。
And this is a good word. If you ever go to a foreigner's house or a foreign friend's family home or something, anytime that you go to somebody's house where they have cooked food, if they're cooking food, and I mean, you don't have to lie, but if it looks good, that this is a perfect way to tell them this looks wonderful. You say, wow, this looks really delicious. Or if you walk in their house and you smell the cooking and
闻到
oh, wow, that smells so good. It smells delicious.
闻起来好美味。
Yeah, it's a good way to compliment your host for when they cook their own food at home.
对，如果你去到外国友人的家里头，然后他们负责煮，那你要很有礼貌的去这个赞美的话，你一定会用到这个字 delicious， 一定要把它记下来。
Yeah. It makes Taiwanese moms really happy too.
对，
When I go to a friend's house and their mother cooks something wonderful, pardon me, then I'll say, "Wow, this is delicious." And then she looks at her son, 一公虾. And he tells her, and then she's like, "Oh, 怎么说? Delicious." And I've had that happen. Every mama loves it when you compliment their food.
当然，因为其实煮菜是很辛苦的
Yeah.
所以人家赞美的时候一定会很开心。
Yeah. Okay, so everything looks delicious. Any suggestions? What should I take first? What do you think?
所以呢，这边就是问说，你有任何的建议吗？那意思其实就是你有推荐我要先试哪一道吗？这样的意思。
So Alan says, "Ooh, the grilled corn my dad makes is tasty."
然后呢 ，Alan 就立刻说了，我爸呢，他烤的那个玉米呀、是真的很好吃哦。
Tasty. I'm also fond of these pork sausages. Now, to say I'm fond of something, that is very formal. That's very formal.
其实就是 I like
Yeah.
something very much 这样。
你如果要很口语, you'd be like, "Oh, and I love these pork sausages."
对
Oh, 我好爱吃这个. Oh, 这个好好吃.
对，
But when we say, "Oh, I'm very fond of something,"
就比较正式了。
就是很正式，
对，比较
这样子。
对，就不是那个朋友之间讲话的样子。
Yes. So Peggy says, what kind of meat do you usually have for the Moon Festival? What kind of meat do you usually have? Do you usually eat?
对，所以呢 ，Alan 呢，他先讲完说这个烤玉米很好吃以后，他接着说我自己本身也很喜欢这个猪肉的香肠哦。那所以呢，他讲完两个推荐的，那这个时候 Peggy 就问问题说，那这个你们通常啊，在这个中秋节呢，会烤的是哪一种肉呢？你们通常都吃哪一种肉呢？所以这里的 have 其实就是吃的意思哦。你们通常吃什么肉？
And I think Alan eats better than I do. Because Alan says, we eat pork belly and beef ribs almost every year. So pork belly, that's kind of common in Taiwan. Beef ribs, expensive
对呀、
and tasty.
哦，好吧，所以他吃的也比我好哦，所以呢，都是强在那个牛肋排啦，哈、好，因为呢，他回答这个Peggy 的问题嘛，他就说我们呢每年都会吃这个五花肉还有牛肋排啊、所以呢，这两个是他们常吃的这个肉类。
Yeah, remember, if you eat pig meat is pork.
对，
If you eat cow meat, it is beef.
所以这里的 pork 跟 beef 就是猪肉跟牛肉哦，
Yeah.
刚好是不同的字啦，所以你要记一下哦。
And then Alan says, this year we also have seafood and chicken.
哇哦！
Wow, they just have everything.
对呀、然后呢，他继续说，今年呢，我们也有准备了这个海鲜跟鸡肉，所以呢，几乎什么都有了哦。
我们今年中秋节去 Alan 家好了。
好，但他没有邀请我们。
We're going to take a break right now. We'll be right back. Okay, looking at part 2. So Alan just said, oh, we eat pork and beef, and this year we're having chicken and seafood. So now Peggy says, oh, seafood. I love seafood, especially squid and clams.
所以这里呢，这个马上击中了 Peggy 的这个喜爱点哦，所以他说哦，我喜欢海鲜，尤其是鱿鱼跟蛤蜊，所以立刻可以讲出来，表示真的很喜欢哦。
Yeah. So Alan says, oh, I'm pretty sure my mom has some prepared. When we say that Alan's mom has some prepared, that means that she's already done it. It's already done.
对，
You know, yeah, I think my mom made some of that and it's ready. So we can eat it.
没错。
Yeah.
所以呢，接下来 Ellen 呢，他就回答说：“哦，你既然喜欢这2样的话，我呢，这个蛮确定的，我很确定呢，我妈妈已经准备了一些哦，已经呢有把一些给准备好了。
Yeah.
所以这里的话呢，看到 pretty 啊，通常我们讲到 pretty 是指漂亮，但是在这里的话，它指的就是相当的哦，蛮怎么样怎么样的。这里的 pretty 是这样。
Yeah. It's not 我漂亮的确定. That doesn't make sense, right?
Of course not.
I'm pretty. Sure. Okay. So moving on to the next sentence. So now Peggy, she looks at the barbecue grill. Okay, and she sees something there on the barbecue grill that's square and brown. And so she says, what is that brown square on the grill? And I understand this because I had the same question.
Okay.
The first time I went to a Taiwanese barbecue, I saw these little brown squares all over the barbecue. And I went, what is that? I've never seen that.
OK， 好，所以呢，这个 Peggy 提出了跟 Stevie 老师当初也有过的一样的疑问。
Yeah.
他问呢说，这个烤盘上呢，咖啡色的这些方块是什么东西啊？
So Alan says, oh, that's dried tofu. Yeah, that's something very common in Taiwan, right? My sister is a big fan of it. So that just means my sister really likes to eat dried tofu.
对，所以呢，接下来 Ellen 就回答，他说：“哦，那个是豆干啦，哦，所以呢，英文你看他用讲干掉的豆腐，那其实就是豆干的意思哦。然后呢，他接着说，我妹妹啊，这是超级爱她的，因为这里的 a big fan of something，指的就是对是某个东西那个 something 的。”大迷哦，超级粉丝这样的意思。那当你是某个东西的超级粉丝，换言之，你当然就非常爱这个东西，所以你就可以直译成说，不是直译，就可以翻译成说，我的妹妹啊，超爱豆干的。
Yeah. So Peggy says, oh, it looks interesting. Whenever a foreigner says that about food, that means we don't know what to think.
Yeah.
We don't know if we'll like it or not. Oh, that looks interesting.
对。所以呢，这时候 Peggy 的回答呢，刚刚 Stevie 老师有解读了，就是当你听到外国人说“哇，这看起来很有趣哦”的意思，其实就是他不知道要该说什么，因为他其实没试过，不知道好不好吃，所以他就会用“有趣”这个字来把它带过去。
What will we have for dessert? That's easy.
对，然后接着他说：“那我们甜点的时候吃什么呢？”
In Taiwan, Alan says, in Taiwan, we traditionally have pomelos after dinner, and kids wear the pomelo peels as hats for fun. Some people say pomelo, some people say pomelo. They're both accepted.
都可以啊，好，所以 Ellen 呢，他就回答，他说：“哦，在台湾啊，我们传统上这里的 traditionally 哦，是从 tradition 来的哦，就是传统这个字变成传统上来说呢，我们会吃哦，这里的 have again 它是吃的意思，我们会吃这个柚子。”是在晚餐以后吃，然后呢，孩子们就会带着那个柚子皮在头上当帽子一样的来玩。这里的 for fun 是指是来弄好玩的哦，不是真的当帽子，那是好玩的帽子这样。
And adults put them on kids so adults can laugh, so adults think it's fun. Really, right?
也是。
Then Alan says, then we share mooncakes as we admire the moon. So as we look at the moon and go, oh, wow, that's nice. We share mooncakes.
对，所以他说，然后呢，我们就会分享这个月饼，然后呢，在分享的同时，我们呢也来欣赏这个月亮。
Have you ever seen anybody really admire the moon during Moon Festival?
Yes, but like only for 2 seconds.
Like, oh, wow, pretty. Okay, let's eat.
Yeah.
All right. So Peggy says, wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of things to try.
所以呢，这个 Peggy 听到说问完甜点有这么多，所以他就说哇，这很丰富嘛，很多这样。
I've never tried mooncakes before.
他呢说，我从来没有吃过这个月饼哦。
I'm so looking forward to them. Okay, this is more of a slang.
对。
She could say, oh, I'm looking forward to them. But she says, oh, I am so looking forward to trying this.
对，所以
I really want to try it.
没错，他就说我真的是超期待他们的。那这个他们指的就是月饼啊，所以呢，你也可以说 to 的后面，因为它不是不定词，是一个介系词，要接名词啊，所以你也可以说 to having them 啊，都可以。如果你要放动词，记得加 ing。
And Peggy, by this time, realizes Alan is not being romantic at all. Okay? Peggy 已经发现 Alan 其实一点不浪漫. Okay? So now, Alan says, well, it is a lot. I hope you're starving. I hope you're really, really hungry.
对，所以呢 ，Alan 就说，对啊，是真的很多哦，所以我希望你很饿哦。
And like I said, Alan's no longer being romantic, so Peggy she gives in.
OK，
她
放
放
弃了。
弃了. She's like, I am starving. I could eat a horse.
所以呢，一般你看到英文里头说我可以吃得下一匹马，其实意思就是我超饿的。
Yeah.
哦，所以呢，就用这种方法来表达了。
Okay, so maybe nothing romantic, but they had a good dinner.
对呀，至少一顿大餐。
Okay, we are going to take a break and we'll be right back with our words and phrases. Okay, looking at our words and phrases, the first word we learned today was barbecue. We also learned invite somebody to a place or to a dinner. And we learned the word tasty, yummy. We also learned the word of to be fond of something, the phrase be fond of something, to like something, or to be a big fan of something. That means you really like it. We learned the word traditionally, things that we do in traditions in our family, in our culture. We learned the word peel. We use peel for things like pomelo and oranges and lemons. We learned the word admire, as we admire the moon. And we learned the word starve. And we've been talking about barbecue, so now I'm starving and we need to go eat.
Okay, let's go eat horses.
Horses? No.
I'm kidding.
I'm going to have seafood. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.